this weekend, you probably should hop by Groove Subaru because they're doing a big barbecue lunch this Saturday from 11 to 2. They're going to have food trucks and ice cream and all sorts of great stuff. So if you're out shopping for a car, swing in and get a free lunch there.
Yeah.
Courtesy of our partners over at Groove Subaru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they have a really good deal going on, too, like $2,000 off MSRP value on some models.
Make sure you put in the up to, Katie Cat.
On certain models also. So, you can go check it all out. But, gosh, go drive a Subi, right?
Good people.
Yeah.
Man, that dealership was packed yesterday. Just packed to the gills. So they be selling some Subis. Morning, nerds.
Good morning.
Good morning. What you got for me? What's new? What's happening? What's in the know?
We had a little family party last night. It was fun. Like I said, our family kind of comes in and out of town, and they all came into town again yesterday, getting ready to gear up for the 4th of July. Happy July, by the way, everybody.
Oh, yes.
Yay!
Finally
July 1st.
moving through the year. Good Lord, that's gone by fast. Holy cow.
Good Lord.
Wow.
And it was fun, man. We did a little grill out, little taco bar. I was kind of in charge of doing some of the grilling with the other, well, I'm not one of the dads, but the other dads of the group. And we were all just kind of looking
Snapping
at
tongs.
Different type of meats and going, flip that burger a little bit more, flip that one, now press it down.
That
okay,
one
no.
looks ready.
Make sure the juice, yep. Now we put the cheese on there, all right, and looking good. And it was fun, man. It was a fun little get-together last night. Well,
good.
We'll party it out. Yeah.
Right on. You always have people in town.
We have a huge family. I mean, like a massive, I have like 30-plus cousins. So we have very big family, and they kind of come in waves, so it's fun, man. We kind of do it right for the 4th. It's a good time.
Speaking of grilling, I made some kebabs last night.
Oh,
Love me some kebabs at Nick Nack's request, so I did that last night. And Rita Reno is not a big fan of like the peppers that I put on there, the red pepper, green pepper. So we had some laughs last night because we're all sitting around the table eating, and Nick Nack's not really paying attention. She's talking to us. She's looking left. She's looking right. Just typical dinner conversation. And he keeps taking the peppers and just tossing them onto her plate. And she just keeps eating. And she is not noticing that her plate keeps getting fuller and fuller. And then she'll eat it down, to 2 or 3 things left on the table. And he's, hey, Mom, look at that over there on the counter. Like he's pointing something out. She's like, what are you talking about? Tosses the peppers onto her table, onto her plate, and she had no idea. And him and I just kept cracking up. She's like, "What? What's so funny? Why are you guys laughing?" But it was just so great because she just kept eating. Like it was like this food was magically appearing on her plate, and she was just completely oblivious to it.
She had other things on her mind. Clearly,
I guess so.
There's so many things on this kebab.
Like a whole household of things running through her mind.
Bless her heart. And she kept me up all night. Not in a good way either.
Oh, no.
Man, she's a little snore factory, and she had her snore guard in last night. That thing's not doing anything for her.
Well,
I mean, we paid like $5,000 for this thing, and it's not doing anything. And then I'm like, she woke me up because she was snoring, and then I just started like concentrating on her breathing, and I'm noticing I think she's like holding her breath while she's sleeping.
Oh, what is
or
that
maybe
called?
like a sleep apnea maybe or something, or she stops breathing and then.
Maybe you need to get Nick Nack the Scuba Steve mask.
Well,
you know
I know. I was like,
Like-
she's like, how do I fix that? I was like, well, you're going to get that sleep apnea mask.
Yeah.
And you think it's bad now when you put your retainer in, at night. Yeah.
That's so crazy, though, because, like, she's, like, a very fit woman. Like, she exercises all the time.
Right.
Oh,
So I don't know what
that
it is.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
though.
It could be internal in your brain and
she
stuff.
could have a deviated septum.
Yeah, the old deviated septum.
It could be a thing.
Yeah.
but-
So I spent a lot of the night just like
Oh,
listening. And then I put my hand on her stomach and just, wait for her to breathe. And I was like, oh, I guess she's still alive. Guess I don't have to go through the life insurance paperwork just yet.
That's the thought process. Oh no, you need to fix
is
that,
right.
though, because she needs her sleep. She's the nucleus of your family.
I know
Like,
she is.
She is like the
She
power
needs her
core.
R&R.
Exactly, and you can't be your full self if you don't get a full night's rest. So like you
Yeah.
need to look into that.
Yeah,
for real.
I know. Well, you know what, Katie? I need my sleep too, and the snoring's got to stop at some point. It
You
just got
also,
to
we
stop.
need to think about you as well. But
That's
I'm
right.
just saying, Nick
That's
Nack
right.
must be feeling it.
I know she's always tired, so this is
my
probably why, because
goodness.
she stops breathing in the middle of
Yes.
it. Tell me about this bug that you saw yesterday.
Oh, I went on a walk yesterday up at the Bluffs, and I came across this bug that was so big. I mean, I walked by it, and it caught my attention because it was that big. It had to be at least the size of a $50. I'm not kidding. It was massive. And so I turned around and started recording it. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this bug. And then this bug started like following me, and to the point where it was like climbing on a blade of grass to get even closer to me. And I'm
It's like a bug's life.
What is homie doing?
Hello,
I know, like it was so crazy. And then at one point, because to me, in my mind, I remembered as a kid, our dog used to get ticks on him all the time. And when you would not find one and it would suck the blood for a minute, those suckers
They get
would
fat.
Get
They
huge.
get gross.
They would get so
So
big.
gross.
And that's what it reminded me of for a minute. And I actually said in the video, I was like, am I saying hi to a tick? Is that who I'm like stopping and greeting is a tick? And so I posted that video on TikTok, and the people who came out to tell me I was wrong. That's a dung beetle. But they couldn't agree either. Like, that's a cicada. Is that how you say
That's
it?
not
Cicada,
a
yeah.
cicada.
You showed it to me. The first thing I said was that's a giant beetle.
Yeah.
That bug is not a cicada. Do people not know what a cicada looks
I
like?
guess not. I don't know what a tick looks like either, though. So,
Fair enough.
TikTok was a lot of fun last night because people just coming out of the woodwork to tell me I'm wrong, which
Well,
is not
that's generally what happens on
Exactly.
the socials.
exactly.
We get that a
but
lot on our pages.
It is fascinating, though. If you go out on the bluffs to see the bugs that are crawling out, my gosh, I could just sit there and look at those all day.
Really?
Probably wouldn't find me a man doing that. But still interesting. Still interesting.
Well, yeah. Although you might find a weird dude out there as well, looking at the
looking
bugs.
at bugs,
He's looking for
exactly.
bugs,
Yeah.
Oh my God, you had to see this thing though. Like maybe I'll post it on our stories
You
so
should.
everyone can
You
check
should.
out the big fat beetle I saw.
Maybe
on my
you will
hike.
find a man.
Maybe I will.
He's like, hey, baby, you want to see my dung beetle?
No.
Then you say yes. Yes, I do. I'm so lonely. Denver's best music, Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. Coming up in a few minutes, we might have to dabble a little bit in what Katy was going off about off the air here. Another dating issue.
Blah.
Poor Katy.
I know. Thank you,
sorry.
Josh.
I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like you're in the right. I don't know. We might touch on that.
Can you say that again, loud and clear?
I feel like you might be right.
I don't know why it feels so good, Josh. It feels really good to hear him say that.
So maybe we can talk about that a little bit. I know we want to talk about your daughter talking about generational curses as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll dip our toe into a few things with Katy Cat coming up here in a few minutes with Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. I know you guys are super excited for traffic. I know you've been waiting for it, so here you go. Denver's best music, it's Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And Mix 100, your all-access station this summer. We've got the biggest concerts, all the hottest tickets. We'll be at all the neat events this summer. We're hooking you guys up, too. So it's part of Mix 100's all-access summer. You can learn more at mix100.com. Welcome to July. Today is July 1st. A few things happening this month. The biggie for shoppers, Amazon Prime Day is next week, but it's 4 days this time, running July 8th through the 11th. So if you want to do a little Christmas shopping early, now's your time to do it. What else is coming out? Jurassic World Rebirth in the movie theaters. Superman reboot is landing on the 11th. I'm going to take my dad to that. I'm super excited for that one. And then the reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer opens up the 18th. I'm excited for that one, too. Mostly because Jennifer Love Hewitt's in it.
Yeah. They really can't think of anything new, though, can they?
Remake
every one of those.
Every one of those was a remake. Superman, Jurassic World, and I Know What You Did.
And Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out.
Oh, my God.
There's another one.
All the big holidays, 4th of July. We've also got National Bikini Day this Saturday. Katy, if you want to rock your bikini.
Or you guys.
Or me. Why not?
You know,
Hey, why not?
It's not
I'm a one-piece guy.
National Fried Chicken Day is on Saturday as
Wait
well,
a minute,
Katy Cat. So
but
you can wear a
that
bikini
one-
and eat yourself some fried
I'm
chicken.
going to make a new TikTok.
There you go.
Yeah. Get you some likes and follows.
Eat fried chicken in a bikini. You know that's going to get some love.
So greasy, so shiny, sexy.
I can use the grease as tanning oil.
Why
Oh
not?
my gosh.
Dogs everywhere
Katy.
will be chasing you around the pool, trying to lick your knees. Speaking of food, a writer for CNET thinks you should skip the grill this holiday season and make your hot dogs in an air fryer instead. He's claiming it's the best way to cook him, and I would probably agree. Everything is better in the air fryer.
It's good.
Everything.
I like the char on the grill.
You like a little char?
Especially hot dogs on a charcoal
I want the
grill.
burnt ones, too, like the black
Me
ones.
too.
Oh, my
Me
gosh.
too. That extra
More
crisp.
charred, the
You
better.
can get char in the air fryer.
some
Just leave it in there a
flavor on
couple
it.
minutes longer.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not the same as the actual meat on coals type of situation,
Yeah.
right?
And I feel like the air fryer, there's a lot more sogginess in the middle usually.
No.
Yeah.
This is crazy talk.
Oh, absolutely.
Crazy.
What are you talking about?
You can cook a steak in the air fryer to perfection.
Sogginess in the middle.
I thought you were a big air fryer proponent.
I
I
am.
am, but I think when it comes to air fryer
Versus
or grill, I will do the grill all
Choosing
day.
the grill.
What was the thing you just put in there that you were raving about the other day? Darn it, what was it? You said something.
I put a lot of things in that air fryer.
You're like, we got to talk about this. This is a game changer in the world of snacks. Rice Krispie treats.
Yes! Oh my
yes.
You
gosh!
put the Rice Krispie treat in the air fryer.
And it was like popped, like a corn pop type of situation, but melty, and oh my gosh, it was so good.
Did you put any sort of
was
drizzle on that? I put a
delicious.
little chocolate drizzle
I didn't,
on it.
but the reason I did it is because they were talking about making s'mores inside, and they were talking about using the Rice Krispie treats instead of graham cracker.
Sure.
So like that, I
Yum.
didn't go that far, but that was kind of the whole
Sounds
premise
tasty.
of it. I thought it sounded
Pretty
delicious,
good.
especially someone like me. I'm not allowed to have a grill in my apartment,
And you're not
so-
a big health addict
Exactly.
either. So. My son has a birthday here in a week or so, and his grandparents out of state sent him a box of Rice Krispie treats yesterday in the mail, like a big box.
Dude,
right?
good call.
And I was like, this is great for a kid that has braces. This is
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh,
This is the perfect
shoot.
gift of the summer right here.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they doing that? I was like, you're
yes.
not going to eat all those.
Is there a
You got to
reason?
divvy them out. No.
Oh,
Guys,
Pure
Rice
laziness,
Krispie
I
treats
think.
are good.
Mostly just pure laziness on their part.
picked him up at the checkout line.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So you just spoke of the s'more. According to data from Instacart, this week is peak s'mores season. The week of the 4th is when they see the biggest spike in orders of graham crackers and marshmallows together.
Makes sense.
I don't like s'mores.
No?
I
Me
really
either.
don't.
Oh,
They're
absolutely
too
not.
sweet. They're too gooey. Like whenever we used to go camping, and Nicole's like, let's do s'mores on the fire. I was like, oh no. Because inevitably the kids would get wicked sticky. All the camp chairs would have marshmallows all over them.
Plus, the chocolate doesn't usually melt
And
to the
they're
way you
just
want it
gross.
to.
They're just
It's
a
too
pain in the
sugary.
arse. They're just a pain to make.
Well, and it's funny because like I have seen so many recipes for variations of s'mores. Like you can get any kind of cookie, right? Like the
Sure.
one I saw was Girl Scouts Thin Mints. To save your Thin Mints for the 4th of July and put a marshmallow in between that. And I heard that that's like to die for. Also, the Samoa's kind of the same thing where you can use those.
I'm curious about the Samoa.
In place of the graham cracker.
I'm curious.
But something I think you two would like if you're not in it for the sweet s'mores, we've talked about this before, savory s'mores. And that's just like mozzarella on your campfire stick, and then you put salami and
cheese.
crackers. So it's like a charcuterie board, but warmed up.
I could do
and
that.
So you can do a savory s'more.
It sounds like a lot of work. It sounds like a messy situation when you're camping.
It's just a different way to do it, because you're right. Not everybody likes s'mores, so now you can have different options for people who don't enjoy the marshmallow graham cracker combo.
All right, I'll try that instead.
Okay. Good. I'm glad.
Good job, Katie.
Okay.
And I'll make it in my air fryer.
And my mom used to actually, because of the little kids, she didn't want them standing so close to the fire, whatnot, she would make s'more packets. So all of the ingredients for a s'more in a tinfoil packet that you put on the fire, and then you just get to eat it with a fork, and it's a lot safer for the little kids who, again, don't need a stick next to the fire.
Right.
So, there's just some different ways.
Except all
you
that
can
aluminum
go about
poisoning,
it.
but that's fine.
No,
it's all good.
Come on, you eat. That's how you make no.
Actually, I was just reading a thing about how horrible aluminum foil is to cook with. And people that wrap their food in it, throw it on the grill, and all the chemicals that seep out of the aluminum.
What are you supposed to use it for?
I don't know, Katie. To make tinfoil hats to keep the aliens away. That's the only thing it's good for.
Much better purpose.
The only thing.
Much better.
Speaking of keeping the weirdos away, tell me about this guy that you were going off about during the break.
Ugh. Okay, so this guy, we're gonna call him D Money.
D Money.
We were talking for like 4 days, right?
All right.
And again, when I say talking for 4 days, I mean exchanging messages on this dating app, and I can go a day or a day and a half without messaging somebody. Like, it's not a constant situation where you're messaging back and forth, right? It is, hi, do you like hiking? Why, yes, I do. Go Nuggets? Oh my gosh, go Nuggets. Do you want to hang out? Like,
that is the most Katie conversation.
That is the extent of the conversation. So Doug, I'm sorry.
Oh,
wow, there we go.
Oh, no.
His name's Doug. All right, there we go.
D-Money.
D-Money Doug. D-Money Doug.
Go backwards.
Doug.
Okay, so he...
Next time, pick a completely different letter so you don't even slip up.
I know.
That is
Gosh, I'm
so
so
funny.
bad at that. I'm
So
bad.
tell us about Doug.
Okay. So we are at the point in the conversation where it's like, do you want to hang out? And I'm like, totally, let's hang out. We agreed on a day. We agreed on a time that we're going to hang out. We just need to figure out the place. And I'm like, okay, near me, there's a really good taco spot and a really good Chinese restaurant. I'm going to let you pick, right?
It's very nice of you.
I feel I made a decision,
Very
but
kind.
not a complete one.
Yeah, you
still
narrowed it
get to
down. Now you
decide it.
choose.
Yeah, between this and this. And then he hit me back with, hey, just give me your number or something like that. Like, what's your number? I'm going to text you. And I hit him back. I was like, I don't like giving my number to people that I haven't met yet. I'm okay with keeping it on the app until then. Remember, we're supposed to meet tonight. Like, that was the plan, is for us to meet tonight. He hits me back with, that's not going to work for me. Best of luck. And I'm just like perplexed by it, because the reason I don't give people my phone number before I meet them is for safety reasons. Like, you can find out a lot about somebody just by Googling their phone number, right? Like,
absolutely.
And so I just like throws me off a little that was the deciding factor for him to not want to talk to me anymore. And I also want to point out, like, I was kind of lowering my standards a little. Right? Like this, I was.
In what way?
I was. Yes.
Really?
Absolutely. This guy
You have
had
a picture of him right
really,
now?
I think I might actually. He had a really cute face, but he was kind of out of shape. Like,
Frumpy
you
dumpling?
could tell he like maybe sits on the couch and drinks a 6-pack of beer or something a night,
That's
or a
all
couple
right.
nights a week.
You know.
But you could tell like his middle had a little spare tire around.
All
it.
right.
But I was
Little
like,
frumpy
you've got
dumpling.
tattoos and whatever. Like, like I'm not gonna make that the deciding factor for me.
Might be a great guy.
Exactly.
He might like to lay your head down on his little tummy.
I know. Who knows? Maybe I want to rub his tummy.
Yeah.
You know, like, you never know.
You never know.
And so, but his response to me, and so then I just quickly hit back with, it's for safety reasons, but okay, bye. That's what I, okay, bye.
So funny.
That's what I said.
That is a weird
And then
thing
he
to just immediately cut it off.
And he didn't even respond. He unmatched us after he read my message, because I was going to unmatch us, but that meant he couldn't read my message,
But
and I want him to read. Hey, bye.
Do you use a fake name on your dating stuff?
I just say K. I just say the letter K. So I don't even say my first name or anything.
Because I feel like it's like if he wants to find out information about you and look at pictures and stuff, I guess he can do a little bit of it through
you
the dating
could do
app.
a reverse Google image search, and you could probably find out a lot just from my image. But a lot of people don't even know how to do that. Like, that's the thing is like.
Thanks for
these
giving everyone the
dating apps,
idea.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
well, no, but these dating apps, like you have to put your picture up. Like if somebody doesn't have a picture of themselves on the dating app, there's
instant
no way.
skip. Yeah,
instant skip because it screams fakeness. So there's no way around it, but. It's rough out there because this is the kind of stuff you come upon all the time. Like,
yeah, I don't like that.
I'm still confused. I'm like,
that is probably straight up just to learn all about you.
Well, and then Josh said though, like we were talking off the air, and he said he'd probably give his number to someone after 3 dates.
I mean, I'd probably
after 3 days.
Well, no, after three days of talking.
Oh,
It's
3
like,
days.
For me personally, like when I had those apps, I don't have notifications on my phone. None of them turn on unless like you can turn some specific ones on for like family members and stuff, but like nothing notifies me. I don't like that. And so if I'm finding someone that I'm interested in and the conversation's going well and then all of a sudden like you get busy in life and you don't talk to them for like a day and a half because I could go day 2, 3, 4 days without checking that again. Then I'd be like, oh, well, that's a total conversation stopper. They automatically think I'm not interested. So then I'd be like, if I'm talking for a few days and I am interested in this person, I would totally ask for the number. I would not respond the way he did. If someone says no, I go, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because if I'm actually interested in that person, I want to keep talking to them, whether it's on the app or on a text message. But I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for a number. I mean, I kind of disagreed with you there a little bit, just meaning like if I'm interested, I want to get to know you, and my text message will notify me when I'm talking to you. So maybe difference in just being a guy versus a girl.
Yeah. Or generational as well.
Could
Because
be as
and
well.
occupation
Yeah.
too.
And
I
I
mean, you
was
got to be
talking
careful with
to
your job and
Zoe about this, and she had mentioned that giving someone your Instagram is more intimate for her than giving them her phone number. Now, Zoe's had the same boyfriend for like 5 years now, so she's never had to deal with the dating app situation. But still, like she said that she'd be more apt to give somebody her phone number for texting versus let them follow her.
See,
on
I think-
social
I could see
media.
that because then you can start scrolling and see 10 years of their life
Yeah.
and do some really deep digging.
Yeah.
But
with
I
the
think
IG.
that's what you should be giving out. And maybe it's just our job thing, because I've had instances where I have met people that I've been interested in or anything like that, and then they give my number they want my number, and I'm like, I'd almost rather give them the Instagram because then they can get to know a little bit of a background of you, but they don't blow up your phone or anything like that. Because that's like once you give someone your number, like unless you block them, they have access to you.
Yes.
Where like Instagram, again, I can turn off my notifications and not have anybody, notify me when they're talking to me. I think the number's a little bit more intimate.
Yeah. But
Because they could call you then.
Yeah.
They
And
can
not
call
only
you.
that, but even if you block them, like they can use another number to track you down, Like I
Yeah.
feel like
Oh,
once
yeah.
you give them access to that, there's not a whole lot you can do
There's no
as
going
far as
back.
stopping them from contacting you. So
This is intense stuff.
yeah, I know.
It's good to
This
be
is
married.
the kind of stuff
I
where
know. It's
really good to be
Screw
married.
you.
It's so good. This is the kind
Although
of
there are
stuff
times
that
I want to block my wife.
I don't ever do that. You
Can I
just
block her number? Can you show me how to do
feel very
that?
grateful that you have knick-knack. Like
Yeah.
Count
I'm going to
your
block her from
blessings right
Instagram
now.
too.
No.
I'm sick of her liking everything.
Terrible.
Oh, marriage. Denver's best music, Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. Coming up here in a few minutes. Actually, wait, whoa. Back it up. Beep, 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 beep. I do want to read Courtney's text message. She says, dating sucks. I came across somebody named Meat Monster. That's their dating profile?
Gosh,
the Meat Monster?
And they think that that's going to land them a date. That's the saddest part about that statement.
They type that out and go, yep, that's
the one.
going
to do it.
Do you think that's
working?
just because they like to grill?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Think that's what that means?
Hot dog slinger all day. That's that guy.
He's got an awesome Traeger. You don't know.
You don't know.
Courtney, you should have hit him
I
up.
don't know.
He totally might.
Meat Monster.
Yeah, still not intriguing to me.
What kind of pics did he have?
That'd be an awesome Instagram handle.
Yeah, grilling pics.
At Meat Monster.
Yeah.
Love it.
Probably not for online dating, though. You know? Maybe change that.
All right, we've got your Mile High hype coming up here in a few minutes. Big Nuggets news overnight. We'll talk about Metallica breaking records, and it's a big day for one of my most favorite foods. It's my time to talk about food, Katy Cat. It's my day.
I can't wait.
We'll do that and more coming up with your Mile High hype. Right now, it's traffic time. I would sure love it if you signed up for my Pint for Pint blood drive. I'm going to be hanging out July 13th in Arvada at the Colorado Tap House. Here's how it works. You come down and you donate a pint of blood to Vitalant Blood Bank donations, and the fine folks at Colorado Tap House will turn around and give you a voucher for a free pint of beer on your next visit. It's my 4th annual Pint for Pint. Now, donation times on the 13th are from noon to 4, and you have to reserve your time so we know how many people that we need for Vitalant to come draw your blood. So all you have to do is go to mix100.com, click on the Pint for Pint link right there on the homepage, and reserve your time. Again, it's July 13th, Colorado Tap House in Arvada from noon to 4 for my Pint for Pint blood drive, and we'll see you guys there. Let's get our hype on. Hey, it's my favorite food day.
Yay!
Finally, I get to talk about food. It's Chicken Wing Day. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Chicken wing.
Hot dog and bologna.
There's a time that Nick Nack and I spent roughly $400 a month at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Really?
Roughly $400 a month.
Do you know what's funny is I went there yesterday and for lunch with a buddy, and I did not know that today was National. I could live off of chicken wings. Like, they are my favorite food.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love me some wings.
That's a good
Get them
one.
on a smoker.
I like the new TikTok trend too, where you have to eat it all in one bite. Like, I can totally like you. It has to be
Put that on your dating profile.
It has to be the actual wing though, not the drummy.
Yeah.
But you take it and you push it down.
Yep.
You push it down to get the
and
meat
it
off,
pops.
and then
you slurp it up.
I can do that.
Telling
That's a trick of
you.
mine.
I bet you could.
So good.
I bet you could, Katy
I love a
Cat.
good
I
chicken
can't
wing.
believe you're in a 19-month dry spell. You guys watched F1 yet? Anybody?
I am not. I want to.
144 million worldwide already. It's a career best opening for Brad Pitt. So I'm dying to see it. I keep hearing people say you gotta watch it on the IMAX though.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
All I've heard is positive reviews, and I'm really excited. I want to go see it.
Look at that. All right. There you go. What else is going on? Rosie O'Donnell did not enjoy watching the Bezos-Sanchez wedding. Maybe because she wasn't invited. But anyway, she went online yesterday and was just going off about how the whole event turned her stomach, seeing all these billionaires gathering, the gross excess of it all. How is this possible? How many people are just fawning over Bezos because he treats his employees with disdain? He called Sanchez the fake fembot wife. Man, she was going off yesterday.
Wow.
Does anybody care?
No, it's Rosie O'Donnell. We don't care.
Gosh, like
Nobody cares, Rosie.
Oh, jeez. You want to piss off Rosie O'Donnell?
Oh, boy.
Careful.
Easy.
Careful.
Is Taylor Swift returning to country music?
What?
There's a big article saying that she should, if she isn't, because country is cool again. Folks like Post Malone doing it, Beyonce, and Tay-Tay's coming up on her 20th anniversary of her self-titled debut album, Taylor Swift, which is her roots, right?
Wow.
Country music. 20 years. So
Our
they're saying
song.
she needs to get back into the country right now. America's in its country era right now.
I'm not mad
Country
about that.
journey. It's more popular than ever. I would agree with that. People love country music right now, I feel like.
We even hit some of it. Like we play some Morgan Wallen on this station.
We hit a little twang.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran might be dipping his toe into the country music scene. So they're saying if Eddie does it, Tay-Tay should definitely get back into it.
Love Ed Sheeran. And he talked about, he lived in Nashville for 2 or 3 years, a couple years ago. And he was like, that really inspired him to eventually possibly make a country album. And I was like, that'd be so cool. You get like an English version of country.
Eddie.
I like it. Yeah.
ABC is finally renewing The Bachelor for season 30. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I like The Bachelor and
I
The
do
Bachelorette
too.
series.
Oh
my gosh, this feels
I'm
right.
a slut for those shows.
I like them. I do. I like all the spin-offs.
Me too.
I get sucked in.
My son was named after a Bachelor contestant many years
Reed.
ago. Yep. We're like,
Yeah.
hey, we like that name. Let's write that down, and boom. And then how about this? One final story. A little girl on a Disney cruise ship fell overboard on Sunday.
I saw that.
Dad immediately jumped in after her.
Yeah. Thankfully,
I
everything
know,
turned
right?
out the way it did.
They had to tread water for about 20 minutes while holding on to each other before a lifeboat showed up.
Dang.
Witnesses say that she fell from the 4th deck. Thankfully, yes, they're both
I know.
okay. How does that happen?
Well, and it's crazy because witnesses on the cruise say that they were not positive about the results because they fell off the ship and then they just turned into two almost,
little specks.
Yeah,
the ocean's pretty dang big.
you couldn't barely see them. So folks were really afraid that they were just going to get lost into sea. So the fact that they found both of them, and kudos to that dad for that quick thinking.
I know, right? I don't know if I could tread water for 20 minutes.
I know, and I don't think people I don't even think he thought. I think she fell over.
Reaction.
He ran in, he jumped in, and that
Total
was
dad
it,
move.
You know,
I'd have to do that thing where I have to take my pants off and blow up my jeans so he can float on them.
You could. I mean, totally.
Probably have to do that.
Again,
it's a Bear Grylls special
smart
right there.
move
You
right
think Mickey
there.
was on the lifeboat?
I don't know. I don't think so.
What's the matter, kids?
I see somebody fell over.
Hang on.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
We're here to
That's
save you.
No,
Hey,
you know
you
what?
can
You
joke
turn
because
around.
they're fine. Everybody's
They're
fine, so
fine.
you can joke.
They're
If you
fine.
get greeted by Mickey, I'd be like, you can turn.
If you wouldn't mind signing this waiver that this never happened.
NDA.
NDA.
give you a voucher for a free pie.
Or we'll give you a free cruise. Just don't talk about it. All right, Katie, what else you got?
Oh, well, we've got big Nuggets news starting it off. Well,
Yes.
First of all, we have to say goodbye to MPJ.
Are we sad about this?
Oh, Michael
No.
Porter Jr. I think it was time for him to go. I mean,
Fresh start is
I'm
good.
So happy and
He hasn't been the
grateful.
same since that shoulder injury.
Exactly. And we are just so grateful
Wow,
for everything
Jer on
he did for
sports.
Denver. But yeah,
Totally
I agree.
regurgitated what Nick Nack said last night when it was
It
on
was-
the news.
Oh, that's so.
It was
funny.
his time to go for sure. But yeah, they traded Michael Porter Jr. along with the future first-round pick to the Nets, and we get
See you
Cam
later.
Johnson. Also, here is the news that everybody's super excited about, though, Jer, is the team brought back fan favorite Bruce Brown, Cowboy
B.
All
Bruce,
right.
for a one-year contract. Let's go, Brucey. People are definitely stoked about
From
that.
Browntown.
Part of the championship team that brought Denver their ring. So
Pretty cool.
I'm just so stoked about it. I've
Same.
always loved Bruce Brown. Talk about country music being popular. That's one guy who knows it.
He's a
So
country guy.
he
Yeah.
is a country
I follow
guy.
him on Insta.
Yeah, I love
Do you
him.
actually?
Him in the cowboy
You
hat.
bet I do.
Is
Yeah,
like
yeah, for
my
sure.
favorite thing. Yeah, so go Nuggets. Hey, if you're headed to Elidge Gardens this summer, well, season pass just $79, by the way, pays for itself in 2 visits. But now
Nice
you
plug.
can ride the Sidewinder again. Yay!
Which
It's
one
a-
was that?
Cool.
So it's one of the most iconic roller coasters there at Elidge's, but it's been closed for 2 years because of a replacement drive motor and control system.
Those are hard to
that
come
they
by.
made. Very hard. Actually, they said it was hard to find parts
I-
from a manufacturer that no longer exists.
I follow that manufacturer on Instagram, too.
I
I bet you do,
figured
yeah.
you would.
They probably had to piece it together from parts on eBay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Safe.
took them 2 years to figure it all out and get it up and running. but
good.
one of only 3 roller coasters like it left in the world. So that's why it was so hard to fix
Why do I
it.
not know anything about the Sidewinder?
I don't know because it's been
I gotta look
closed
it
for
up.
2 years. I don't know. Do you guys like rides and stuff? Like my stomach
Absolutely
Rides
can't
and
handle
stuff?
it.
I like rides
can't.
and stuff.
You don't either, Josh?
I've never
no?
been able to do them.
I can't. Like
I
it
can't
makes
do
me
'em.
want to throw up
Well,
every
it's got a
time I get.
loop-de-loop.
Even the swings that go just
I wouldn't do
round.
that.
Spinning is the worst. The teacups are the worst thing in the entire world.
I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that. I wouldn't do that.
I can't do that.
The
Like I can do.
tilt-a-whirl, like all of it makes
Wouldn't
me
do
sick.
that. I would
All
do
of it.
the roller coaster. I like the roller coasters.
I like the water
No.
parks. The water parks and slides are fun, but roller coasters and like a lot of them hurt like your back and stuff. And I don't like that.
I have
It's
a
uncomfortable.
picture of me
Oh, boy.
from Elidge's in the
Okay.
oldest
All right,
roller
let's
coaster.
move on.
Well, no, but my face is just straight terror.
Yeah.
Like I can't with the roller coasters and stuff, but a lot of people love them. So
Not
there
the
you
one
go.
that Elitch's, though. Everybody loves Elitch's.
Those ones are the best.
Well, yeah, but
I'd ride
there's-
those all day
that's
long.
the thing.
Same.
We love Elidge's, but certain
sure
people
do.
just can't do rides, Cher. That's not a knock on Elidge's at all. That's just my
You're right, it's
stomach is sensitive. That's all.
No, I
Very
love
good.
They don't want me
Elitch's.
throwing
We
up
love
either, Jeremy.
Elitch's.
No, I do. We do.
They have great food. They have great games. Like you can go to Elidge's
Awesome
for way more
games.
than just the rides.
Yeah.
You are so funny. Okay, we love Elidge's.
We really, really love Elitch's here at Mix 100.
All right. Looks like Metallica. I'm going to say it like that for the rest of my life.
It sticks,
I
huh?
love it. I actually said it that way to a few people.
I'm telling you, I had a friend growing up. That's what his mom's like. Are you guys listening to that Metallica?
Yes, and Metallica did a fabulous job at Empower Field at Mile High. They actually set records for their 2 shows set here in Denver, drew over 152,000 fans across those 2 sold-out nights. Performance set those new show attendance records. I saw a lot of people go to that show, and it helped. I think I heard tickets were just $60 to get in. That's how you do it. That's how you get people to come to your show is you make the tickets affordable, right?
Absolutely.
My gosh. Yeah, but a lot of people really excited about that show. I still see pictures across my timeline
Altogether,
about
it shattered the record, right?
Yeah.
152,000 altogether?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
Oh
a lot
my
of people.
gosh.
Lot of people.
Rock and roll in Denver.
Yay.
I like it. That's awesome.
And also Colorado universities being ranked as some of the best in the world. So 6 schools here in the Centennial State are making it on this list. The highest we have, yay, we're number 107.
Oh, which school?
CU Boulder
Okay.
getting the top nod. CSU did make this list, just so you know, Josh, but also so did the School of Mines, University of Colorado down in Colorado Springs. So 6 different Colorado schools making that list. Harvard.
Harvard was number.
1.
Do you know what number
right.
CSU was, out of curiosity?
I
Just off
had
the top.
to go back. 'Cause
If,
again,
it's cool if you don't. I was just wondering off the top
no,
of your
I
head.
have the
Like number 682.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yay, number 6 something.
tried.
CSU, Colorado State University, number 340.
Hey, we're top 350. Look at that, Jer.
Yeah.
All right.
So
That's
School of
CSU
Mines,
education right there.
School of Mines is 755, and then the one down in the
What?
Springs is 1,874. So this list is
Could you
very
repeat those
long,
numbers?
apparently.
Can you repeat those for me?
It's a very long list.
did CU
But we
Boulder get so
represent 6 different times. I mean, that's
awesome.
pretty neat. Go Colorado.
Go college.
Go
Nerds.
Colorado. Okay, so Colorado search and rescue teams, this is a big deal. They're reminding people your dogs cannot hike like you do. You would think they could, though, right? Like, here's the thing.
Yeah, they have 4 legs instead of 2. You
Well,
think they'd be
Lazy
better
in
at
their
it.
adaptation
and
age.
yeah, exactly. You would think that dogs can just push through it. But according to the Vail Daily, volunteer rescuers across Colorado, they had to respond to 4 different missions during June to save dogs. And they remind you the endurance paradox. Your dog may be a sprinter at the park, but humans are built for long distances. So they're saying over a full day of hiking, even a moderately fit human will outperform the most athletic dog.
That's right. We're top dog over here.
That surprised me. It really did. That your dog, because what they're saying is this story specifically, a couple hikers were on a 3-day hike. So they were backpacking in the mountains and they had their dog with them. And search and rescue people had to come and rescue that dog because it just laid down and it wouldn't move. And the hikers called search and rescue and say, we cannot move our dog. Like, it will not get up. The little
I'm the same when I go to
pads.
Target with my wife.
Do you just lay there?
lay on the ground?
Do you just lay there?
Yeah.
Did it take 10 hours to rescue you too?
It did.
She's like,
Because
get
that's
up,
what
get
search
up.
and rescue
Like, I
folks
can't
are
do
like.
it anymore, babe. No more Target. Get up.
I'm done shopping.
She puts him in the cart and just pushes him around.
Well, they're saying you may not realize the strain you're putting Jeremy or your dog under. So make sure
This is good news.
if you're going hiking, you are prepared, and your dog is prepared too. They have those little
get one of
little doggy shoes now.
Little shoes, you get one of those
Yes.
goofy backpacks. You can put your dog in a little backpack and
do you
hike
do
him
the
around
3-day
and-
hike stuff, Katie?
Heck no. Those
That's
are
a lot of
through
hiking.
hikes.
That's
I
too
can't.
much.
I
That's-
can't. Like, I don't even like sleeping on the ground. Like,
I like climbing Castle Rock, and that's about
I know,
it.
right? Rock Park. That's
Yeah.
where it's at. But no,
I like
I love hiking so much, but sleeping outside is not my favorite.
Not
thing.
for you.
Not my favorite thing.
You don't have to pack a shovel to dig a hole and,
Do your business.
Oh, I was like, what are we digging a hole for?
Oh
What are
my!
we digging a hole
She
for?
is
that?
not an overnight hiker.
No,
There
she
it
just
is.
goes.
She
She
is
just goes
not-
on the side of the trail, and then somebody blames like the dog
the
when they walk
dog.
by. Who didn't pick up after their dog?
Like, that dog took a big one. Is
Exactly right. What did that dog eat? My God, is that a chicken wing?
that a whole KFC chicken?
Oh, that's funny.
Big bucket.
It's the big. Oh, that's the chicken and the tenders. My goodness. Okay. All right. And then Colorado's
happening?
best and largest firework display.
Ooh.
You know, people talk about Coors Field, and yeah, they've got
It's a good one.
fireworks. They've got fireworks, but actually, the biggest and largest and best fireworks display is at Dick's Sporting Goods Park, Chair.
Hey,
Yes.
It is by
Yes.
far.
Part of
have
our
you guys
company.
been there? It is
No.
by far the best fireworks show I've seen in Colorado.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's like you should go every single year if you aren't leaving the state. It's that good. It's awesome.
Well, they say the Colorado Rapids, in conjunction with the city of Commerce City, they're going to host the 29th annual Fourth Fest. So they've got the fireworks display. They've got a lot of stuff out there, though, with food and face painting, a lot of stuff for the kids, toys and whatnot. But it's going to be this Friday, July 4th. And then they're also taking on their Western Conference rival, Sporting Kansas City. So
yeah, and it's a good game. Go see the Rapids. Like Chris Armas has really started to really turn that team around. They are a competitive, good MLS team. They're fun to watch. They have a championship under their belt. 2010 is when they won. Like, go out and catch a Rapids game if you haven't. Dick's Sporting Goods Park is awesome, plus the fireworks show.
Exactly.
I mean, it's really, really fun.
And it's part of our company, so go support them.
Yeah, go say hi. And again, that game kicks off 7:30, and then the fireworks show will follow the match. And like Josh said, if you want to see a competitive team play a game,
it's fun.
Go to Dick's Sporting Goods Park, you know?
Right,
fireworks to follow.
Right on.
Woohoo.
There you go, guys. There's your Mile High Hype with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh this morning. Hey, coming up at 7:30, our fun little game of Fast Five. And get this, up for grabs today, our winner's going to receive tickets to go see Blues Traveler, Gin Blossoms, and Spin Doctors, all coming to town at Red Rocks for their big 4th of July concert. That'll be coming up at 7:30. Fast Five, be ready to call in at 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Right now, we're going to hop into traffic, which is brought to you by our good partners at Elitch's. Yeah, Denver's best music, Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. Thank you for hanging out with us on a Tuesday, July 1st. My God, it's July already. We'll be diving into Fast Five here in just a minute. Katy was talking about going hiking with your pets and your dogs and all that. This story's funny this morning. Gen Z is skipping travel this year to stay home with their pets.
That tracks.
Does it track?
Absolutely.
And honestly, it's not even this year. It's just like in general. They're more concerned about the well-being of their pets, and that outweighs the appeal of going on vacation. Holy cow.
I just came across a friend on my Facebook page who their family has a dog. They've had him for 2 years. I've just learned that they take this dog to daycare every day. Every single day, They take their dog to daycare. I don't know why that's that blew my mind.
Sounds expensive.
It does sound expensive, and I get people love their dogs and they want to make sure they are taken care of. But that surprised me a little. Like, wow, you're daycare every day. My gosh, that has to be a hefty bill.
So much money. They said over half the people surveyed choose their travel destinations or stay home just directly based on guilt or anxiety about leaving their pet behind. Oh, man.
Do you take into consideration
No, I'm out of here.
and
Get
her
me outta here.
feelings?
Not at all.
Never.
I drop her off at my parents and we bounce.
You're out of there.
Let's get out of town. Bye, Goldie. See you later.
Right. See you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. It's nutty.
That's funny.
Nutty to me. Hey, guys, coming up at 8 o'clock today, we have a little Show Wants to Know segment as well, where we're going to be reading an email from a dude who has some issues about some of the ladies he's dating and his quote of them not having glamorous jobs. We'll be diving into that today at 8 o'clock with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. Right now, though, it's time for a little Fast Five action. Let's do it. Let's light up these phone lines. Let's have some fun. Let's play some Fast Five. It will probably be way easier to get in today and tomorrow because of the holiday week. A lot of people are out of town. So if you'd like to play Fast Five, maybe you've never done it. We love talking to our newbies. Call us 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Give us a call. Let's play. Let's do the dang thing. Here's how it works. We'll get you on the air, get to know you a little bit, and then I'll toss a category at you and start a 10-second timer. And within those 10 seconds, you've got to give me 5 things that have to do with that category. It's a lot of fun. Now, Katy, what are some examples from yesterday?
Well, you asked for 5 famous race car drivers, also 5 movies starring Vin Diesel, and 5 bands that start with O. For some of your questions.
O'Reilly.
Not a band, but yeah.
What was our winner?
Yeah. Bridget was our winner. And down here I have 5 types of blank written in my notebook.
What was our winner?
So I don't even know what you asked.
Bread. Wasn't it bread? It was bread.
It was bread. That's
5
right.
types of bread. Challah bread.
Challah. Yeah, that's right. Because she said the Jewish bread.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Thank you.
You never know what you're going to get, and that's the charm of this game. You might be an expert or you might get a stumper, but you know what? Pull up your big boy pants, your big girl pants, and give us a call. It's a lot of fun. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. And you're going to want to play today because we got a killer prize.
Absolutely. You are going to Red Rocks on the 4th of July to see Blues Traveler. Also, Gin Blossoms and Spin Doctors, I believe, are going to be there performing.
It's a biggie.
Oh, that's like 3 shows in one, and you're winning a pair of tickets when you win Fast Five today.
It's a massive concert, and yeah, it lands right on the 4th of July. Blues Traveler does that concert every year. It's a heck of a time. And it's all part of Mix 100's All Access Summer, where we're hooking you guys up with the biggest concerts and events all summer long. All right, Josh is quickly working through these phone lines. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. I'll get you here in the studios. A lot of you are calling and hanging up. Stop it. Stop it now. Destiny, are you there? Maybe it's our phone lines.
Uh-oh.
Shannon, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, that one's working. How weird. Yeah, a lot of people are just calling and hanging up. Stop doing that. Hi, Shannon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What are you doing today?
Driving to work.
Oh, bummer.
Where do you work, Shannon?
At a senior place.
Okay.
Yeah. What would you rather be doing than working today?
Going to work.
Really? You are dedicated. Yeah. Good for you. You're a good human helping those people out.
Yeah. You must like your job then.
I love my job.
I think I'd rather be in the mountains today. I just want to go to the mountains.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here, Katy.
Vacation feel out
Let's
there.
hang it up after the game. Let's just put music on for the rest of the morning and
okay.
hit the hills.
Is that an option? Are
you care if we do that, Shannon?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Shannon doesn't care.
Shannon seal of
approval. She
approval.
gave us the green light, so we're out of here, out of this game. Very good. All right. What do I have for you? I don't know. We'll see. Did you go to Metallica?
No, I didn't.
Well, we'll see if you can
Did
get
all
this
your
one.
friends? Because
Yeah,
I know all mine did.
In 10 seconds, Shannon, please give me the titles of 5 Metallica songs. Go.
One. Shoot.
Uh-oh. You got one.
I know.
Literally. Yeah. Literally one. You got one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Go live your life.
All right. Thank
Bye,
you.
Shannon. Nice talking with you. Oh, how sad for her. Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
Hey, what are you doing this morning?
On my way to work,
What would you rather be doing than going to work?
Laying on a beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Somewhere warm with a mojito.
Oh,
Yes, catching
stop
the
it.
rays.
Yes. Would I want a mojito? I think I want a frozen margarita that's the swirl.
Oh, a swirly one.
I think I'd do a swirly margarita.
That's fancy.
Little strawberry, little lime.
Yeah, why not? I lose my man card. I don't care.
Worth it.
Little sand in my butt crack and a swirly margarita. Sounds good to me. Sounds real
Sounds
good.
perfect.
All right, let's do some Fast Five with you. Are you on a speakerphone? It's kind of hard to hear you.
Oh, yeah, here.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about now?
Oh, that's so much better. So much better. What do I want to give you? All right, here we go. In 10 seconds, please give me 5 of any of the Kardashian/Jenner family. Go.
Ooh. Kylie, Kendall, Chris, Khloe, and Kim.
So you're kind of a fan.
They got that one.
You're kind of a fan. What was that, like 4 seconds?
Loves the Kardashians.
That was like 4 seconds, I think.
know. Keeping up with Kristen. Let's go.
Woo!
Yeah, Kristen's the 6th one.
You need to watch some better TV, my friend.
They've got some good episodes. A couple of them.
Hey, I've been sucked into a few of them, so. Guess what? You won. Boom.
Yeah.
Second one today. Nailed it. You're going to a killer concert at Red Rocks on the 4th. Kristen.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I'm super jealous. I want to go to this concert so bad. So bad.
I'm so excited. I didn't have quite big plans on the 4th yet, so this is going to be great.
Well, now
you do now. You better find a bestie to take with you and go tear it up a little bit, all right?
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, you guys.
Absolutely. You're
welcome.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to throw you on hold, and Joshy Boy is going to come back and tell you about your prize, all right?
Sweet. Thank you.
Thank you. Hold on. Oh, wow. Destiny, that went quick today.
No worries.
Darn it. She knew her Kardashians.
That is okay.
It's okay. What are you doing today? Anything good?
I'll call back another time.
What are you doing today?
I'll go into work.
Oh, another worker.
I'm
Okay.
ready to go clean some houses.
I'm going to ask you, what would you rather be doing?
I would rather be going to the lake and going paddleboarding right now.
Yes.
Solid answer.
So many
Destiny.
places to do that around here, too.
Solid.
I like to go horse tooth.
Oh, Fort Collins. I love
so
Horse
good.
Tooth. They have a good waterfall up there, too.
Beautiful.
In case you're wondering.
Not a single horse tooth.
Good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can climb all the way to the top of it. I love
Destiny, good news is we're going to play again tomorrow morning, so you'll have one more chance, all right?
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, have a good morning. That's it. That's how we play Fast Five. And in honor of our concert tickets, a little Gin Blossoms action here.
Yay!
It's Fast Five. Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Denver's Mix 100. So good. Denver's best music, Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning with a little throwback throwdown there with the Gin Blossoms. They're coming to town with the Spin Doctors and Blues Traveler. They'll be playing Red Rocks this Friday, the 4th of July. We're giving those tickets away, all part of Mix 100's All Access Summer. All right, coming up in a few minutes, I've got a few emails, excuse me, that we're going to roll through for Show Wants to Know, including this one from a dude named Tyler in Little Fun. And he is saying, where's his quote here? Where's his line? Here it is. I don't date women with what I call unglamorous jobs. This should be a bit of a hot button. We'll give you the whole email coming up at 8 with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. Right now it's traffic time. This here program's brought to you by our good friends over at Groove Subaru, your fast, fun, and friendly way to drive happy. You can find them at groovesubaru.com. Just about after today, 12 more days left to sign up for my Pint for Pint blood drive. I'd love it if you hopped onto the station website right now and reserve your time to come donate blood. We're going to be set up in Arvada this time around at the Colorado Tap House. July 13th, I'll be hanging out from noon to 4 with the fine folks at Vitalent Blood Bank Donations, and here's how it works. You set your time, come down and see us, donate that pint of blood, and the Colorado Tap House will turn around and give you a voucher for a free pint of beer. It's a good time. This event fills up each and every time that I do it, and it's so good to give back, help people. You're literally saving lives. Every 2 seconds, somebody in the United States needs blood, and the blood banks are constantly running low. So if you'd like to join me, it's my Pint for Pint blood drive, July 13th, Colorado Tap House in Arvada. You can reserve that time and learn all about the event by clicking the Pint for Pint link at mix100.com. I've got a few emails I want to get to here in just a second, but I've got some Final Destination stuff for you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, this is crazy. There's a Missouri factory worker, Nicholas Lopez Gomez, died after becoming trapped inside an industrial oven at a cereal plant.
Oh, no.
An industrial oven. This is on the heels of a similar tragedy involving a young lady in Canada that was found inside a Walmart oven. Inside a Walmart, fell in the oven and was cooked. Walmart has since removed that store, or from that oven from that store. And then one more, a woman in Florida was found dead after getting trapped in a charity donation bin while attempting to retrieve some clothing that she had dropped in it. My God! Be careful out there, you guys. Truly Final Destination stuff,
what
right?
cereal
Really
were
is.
they making with the first one?
I know.
Right?
Tell me it's not corn
Like,
pops.
whole new,
Tell me it's
yeah,
not.
it was like whole new meaning to cornflakes.
Please.
Like
No. Please no.
What a way to go.
getting cooked sounds
2 different ovens and a
horrific.
donation bin. Oh my.
Well, the donation bin is that if you get trapped in there, are you just that's starving to death, right? Or no water?
No oxygen, something.
I don't know.
Oxygen, I
Oh.
feel like you'd be
A
okay.
whole lot of stuff.
It's terrible.
going on. Final Destination.
Yeah.
Be careful today, guys. How about this summer travel tip? Swamp crotch can get you flagged by the TSA. It's true. It's a big Reddit thread going on right now. Excessive crotch sweat or too much sweat anywhere can apparently trigger the scanners.
Oh.
It has to do with multimeter wave technology and how the waves bounce off water. So essentially, they're checking for various liquids on people that could be explosive. So if you're sweating too much, it's going to trigger the TSA to literally pat down your swamp crotch.
What if you're just a nervous flyer?
Well, then get ready to be flagged. Get ready to be flagged,
That's
Katie.
unfortunate.
They say keep in mind that your sweaty nethers could be a red flag for security this
Among
holiday
other
season.
things.
I know.
That could be a red flag for a lot of things.
Why do I feel like out of the 3 of us, you probably have the sweatiest?
No.
The sweatiest
Very often.
nethers.
I also, unfortunately, I do use the bad deodorant that has the aluminum and the no sweat.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
That's
I
all
love
right.
that
I know.
You can zip
right?
through TSA then,
Yeah.
no problem.
Absolutely.
I'm not a sweaty Betty. I'm fine.
Dude, you're the one that sweats
So
the bed.
hot.
I
yeah.
know. You're the sweater.
Just
not
my pits,
me.
not my crotch.
Yeah.
Crotch is bone dry.
Crotch is bone dry.
There's a few messages that came in. This one is from Melissa. I wrote back and said, hey, Melissa, where are you from? She says she's from Thornton. I have a question for the team. This is pretty basic. What's your favorite number? Mine is 12. I swear the universe has picked it for me. It's everywhere. I was born on the 12th. My first apartment was Unit 12. First time I won anything in Vegas, the roulette ball landed on 12. My first boyfriend dumped me after 12 days. Wedding anniversary, June 12th. What else does she have? Husband's a firefighter. He works at Station 12. She did some counting. 12 plants in her house. Owns 12 pairs of Converse.
Well, that's just, you could buy another pair.
I know, or get rid of one. Like
Something to do with her bank password. It ends with 12. But she
We
said,
only
please,
need 4 more numbers.
please don't
then.
hack me, she says.
That's funny.
She says, I'm glad I might not be the only one obsessed with this number. Blah, 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 blah. Love the show. Do you guys have a favorite number? It's kind of a basic question from our listeners. Katie, do you have one?
3.
What's 3? What's the relevance?
3 is just like it shows up a lot in my life. I think that I
as it's
agree with that.
8:03 right now.
It's so funny. I was born on the 13th. Zoe was born on the 3rd. And then just derivatives of the number 3 as well. Like I love Carmelo Anthony and Nikola Jokic. The number 15 can be multiplied by 5 times.
Dang!
And so like just little things like that. I find it all over my life. 3 has always been my favorite number. And yeah.
3.
I
All
like
right.
that. I like
there you
that
go,
question.
Melissa. 3 for Katie. Josh?
4.
Okay.
So I'm just one
Oddly
better.
enough,
No.
I'm 5.
No, you're not. Are you lying? I love the number 4. I was born on the 4th.
June the
and
4th be with you.
Yes,
Yes.
June the 4th. And I was always number 4 in every sport that I ever played. I tried to get it. I always tried to be first in line to get the number 4. And kind of like you, there's a lot of stuff that have showed up in my life where it's like, oh my gosh, that's the number 4. And it's 8:04 when we're talking about it now and all that
That's
stuff.
funny.
So I don't know. I've always liked the number 4. It's always stuck with me. And I have tried to be that number in everything that I could be. What
Okay.
about you, Jer?
You've
A
got to wait
little
till
known fact,
8:05. Wait till
Josh
8:05.
is not circumcised, and he still has his foreskin.
Oh,
My God. That is
I
not
don't.
a true
I don't
fact,
have.
everybody.
I don't have a number.
he
so.
likes golf and 4.
No, I like mine
Hey.
better. Mine is better. No, I don't have a favorite
You don't
number.
have a
That's
favorite
silly.
number?
That's That's childish.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't.
27. That's your
Nah,
favorite number.
I've got
There you go.
nothing. I got no number.
None of
Sorry.
them?
27 is a good
Melissa.
number.
From Thornton. Sorry.
Wow.
Here's one from Bethany.
I know.
I know. Sorry, I don't.
You're so
know. I don't-
adamant.
She
You
wanted
never-
to know, and I have no number.
Tell me
I got
you
no
never
numbers.
played sports without telling me you
I
never
know,
played
exactly.
sports.
Yeah,
That's
I
it. That's
But I played
totally
sports.
it.
I played baseball and soccer
Did
for
you have a
years.
number?
Yeah, what was your number?
Couldn't tell you.
You didn't care.
Didn't care.
Didn't care
Don't
enough
have a number.
about digits.
It's all right. It's okay not to have a number. I'm going to
It's
be all
not.
right, guys.
It's not.
It's going to be fine. Bethany says, JKJ, my birthday was this past Saturday, and it sucked.
Oh.
I spent most of the day alone. I filled the time with pointless errands, and she says gym, dry cleaners, grocery store, all the glamorous stuff, just so I wouldn't sit at home spiraling into a birthday depression. I had dinner plans that night with a small group of friends, so I figured at least the evening would make up for the lonely daytime. She says not so much. At dinner, I found out that 3 of my closest friends had hung out all day without me. No invite, no heads up, nothing. On my birthday.
Oh.
She said, I didn't say anything in the moment because I didn't want to be that person who makes everything awkward, but it really hurt. We've always been a tight group. It felt deliberate. Super inconsiderate, she says. Now I'm sitting here wondering, am I being overly sensitive because it was my birthday and I just turned 28? Is this actually worth bringing up? Would love to hear what you guys think. Blah, blah, blah. And that's from Bethany. True 28-year-old, right?
I mean, it is
all
her
about me.
birthday, though. Like, and then they hung out together without
I think
her.
that's
That's
the
the
thing. I think
part.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
She didn't
Or
do anything
me.
all day, but her friends were hanging out while
It's-
she was at the dry cleaners and the grocery store.
Very different
That's
for
pretty
girls,
good.
too. They do a bunch of stuff in groups. Like,
Yeah.
for guys to stay alone on their birthday, they're probably like, thank God.
That's
I'm
fine.
not
I'd be
doing
fine
it.
with
Yeah. But for
Again-
girls, they do everything together, man.
And
So
it's
if
a
you see 3 of your
28.
friends, well, 28's a big, I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, you're young, you're having a good time, you want to go out, and if you're like, hey, girlfriends, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, we're
Hanging without you,
chilling right now
Bethany.
together. Yeah, you're like,
You're the worst.
I
You're
might
always talking
actually
about your birthday.
Be completely petty and forget all 3 of their birthdays while they come up. Like,
Ooh,
seriously, I
dang.
might.
That's a good one.
That might.
That's a good way to
make
get back.
me, Yeah, well, especially at 28, that's how you think, right? Like,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Should you bring it up? No.
I would not, and pull the
It's
petty
been a
card.
couple days already. I would just let it go.
You
Pull the
wouldn't?
petty card.
And later on, not go to their birthdays.
I
or
need
bring
more
them up.
information. Like, did they end up buying her drinks for her birthday and a gift? And then did the night end well and she's just butthurt about the day?
yeah, see, if the night
I
ended
need a
well,
little
then-
more
Yeah, if you got a
information.
nightcap, then you're good. But...
The
Bethany.
nightcap is the telltale.
Well, yeah, if the
Sign.
friends went out with her and got drinks and stuff, that's a birthday party.
Okay.
They celebrated you.
Yeah, they still hung
Maybe
out.
they had those plans earlier. I'll be honest, I'm not thinking about someone's birthday like a week in advance. Then it comes up, and then I'm like, okay, here you go.
Right, you usually notice it the day of
The
on
day
the
of
calendar.
on Facebook.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you,
if
Facebook.
you were going to go to the party that day, all 3 of you were invited, and you were like, well, let's hang out beforehand, it wouldn't cross your mind to invite the birthday
No,
girl
not
when
at all.
you
Be
hung
like, I'm
out
seeing
that
her
day?
tonight. Or
Oh.
him.
I don't know. I think I'd probably think about the birthday
And again,
girl.
at this point, I don't even want to see anybody on my birthday. Leave me alone. It's truly a 28-year-old thing. All right, here's one more we can do from Tyler, and we will open up the phone line. So anybody wants to sound off on this, 303-6911-MIX, 303-691-1649. Basically talking about jobs that might be undateable for you. Tyler from Little Fun, he says, I've been back in the dating game for a little over a year now, and I've realized I have a rule that might make me sound like a jerk. I don't date women with what I call unglamorous jobs. And then he lists a few: parking enforcement, lunch lady, pest control, janitorial work, toll booth operator, mall security. He goes, you get the picture. I know these are respectable gigs. I'm not knocking the hustle, but if I'm being honest, I want to be with somebody with a job that feels more exciting, or at least doesn't involve rubber gloves and a hairnet.
Wow.
All my buddies give me crap about this, saying I'm limiting myself and might miss out on someone amazing, but I can't help it. Chemistry matters, and so does how somebody carries themselves, and sometimes that's tied to what they do for a living. What do you guys think? Is this shallow, or is it just knowing what I want? Do you or your listeners have career red flags when it comes to dating? Excited to hear calls and comments on this one. No offense to any sanitation workers out there. You're doing the Lord's work. I'm just trying not to cuddle with it.
Okay.
And that's from Tyler in Little Fun. So if you want to sound off about this, unglamorous jobs, perhaps you know somebody that's in one and they're undateable. 303-6911-MIX, 303-691-1649. I'll get you here in the studios with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. What do you think, Katy? Real brief.
Yeah, I'm in the camp of I feel like you're limiting yourself if you look. You're not going to go to their job with them. Why does it matter what they do when they're not with you?
But like when you're with people and they're like, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, I get that.
You want to be with somebody that you feel proud with, what they do.
You do. My dad was a garbage man. So when you say sanitation worker, like my
Kinda
dad,
hits home.
the best guy I've ever met in my whole life is my dad. And so I can't imagine if my mom limited herself because she didn't want to date a garbage guy,
I know.
So that's the way
honestly,
I look at it.
Some of these gigs pay a lot of money.
They do.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk to Blake right now, Josh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Blake.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, buddy. What do you want to sound off about?
That guy's a dork for saying, I got to have, a glamorous job woman. I think that's stupid.
It's what he likes, though, man. We each have our, our thing when we're out there in the dating world, when we're looking for somebody. And he wants somebody who's like, what? An engineer or a doctor? It's just his thing.
Don't matter.
Don't matter.
Don't matter.
What do you
If
do?
you're gonna pick, if your pool of dating is like you have a certain box that you put women in, and what they choose, you have to decide whether you want them. Like, she's a 10, but she takes out the trash for your neighbor. Like, bro,
Yeah.
she takes out trash. Oh well, that's okay. At least she's working.
Exactly.
I'd rather an employed lady than a bum.
Boom! Nailed
Yes.
it. And
I
she's
like
a
that.
10, Blake.
Yeah.
And she's a 10.
Yeah.
But is this a double standard? I
I
feel like women do this all the time. Like, I can't date him because he's not, such and such.
Oh yeah.
Double
Definitely a
standard.
double standard. Women do that all the time, and they're bums for that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think if you have a job, that's already awesome. You know what I'm saying? I think that's great.
Thank
I like
you, Blake.
I
Look
like
at Blake
that.
spewing
Yep.
the truth this
Dude,
morning.
I love that.
What do you do for a living, Blake?
I'm a physicist.
Oh, geez.
See?
That's
Totally dateable.
See?
Totally
that's a
dateable.
job. That's a dateable job.
Blake, thanks for calling, buddy. Have a good day. Why do I feel like he was lying about that?
I'm
Why
a
do I
physicist.
feel? If anyone wants to sound off about this, maybe you have a job that you would just not date that person because they had blank as a job, or you want to sound off about Tyler's situation. Is he a tool for pushing all these ladies to the side because they work in pest control or janitorial work? Call us, 303-6911-MIX, 303-691-1649. I'll get you in the studios. Let's see what's going on with traffic. Wow. Denver's best-ish music, Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. Reading some listener emails this morning, including this one from Tyler out in Littleton. He's back in the dating game for a little over a year now and realized that he has a rule that kind of makes him sound like a jerk, but he's sticking to it. He says he doesn't date women with what he calls unglamorous jobs like parking enforcement, lunch lady, pest control, janitor, toll booth operator. Did he really date a toll booth operator?
I didn't think there were still people who sat in those toll
there
booths.
There is. Mall security made his list as well. What do you think about this guy? He's kind of a clown. Yeah. Or is he on to something? Or do we all have, like, that rule that we're not going to date somebody in blank industry? You can sound off about this. 303-6911-MIX. 303-691-1649. I'll get you in the studios. Here's Robert. Hi, Robert. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning. What do you think about Tyler from Littleton?
He's a clown. I'm sorry. if you're looking at what they do as part of your dating thing, you're kind of looking at it at the wrong angle. If you can't be proud of what they do and who they are as a person, then you shouldn't be dating yourself, because they could turn around and use that on you going, oh, well, you don't do X, Y, Z. I'm not going to date you.
I'm dying to know. I should have wrote back to Tyler because multiple people texted in on this. Like, what does Tyler do for a living that makes him all high and mighty? You know, I'm dying to know what this guy does.
And for me, and I'm sure a lot of guys, and I know Katy can probably vouch for this too, is personality can overcome what you do for a living. If you're self-sustainable, if you're independent, you know what you're doing, who gives a crap what you're doing?
Yeah.
You know, you should be the partner you're going to be with should be proud of you because you're happy in your job. You're excelling at it, and they can be like, well, I'm proud of you, so I'm proud of what you do. Not, well, you don't do X, Y, Z. And plus, a lunch lady, pest control, I'm sorry, but those guys have the best job because they have the best stories. It's the people who do the dirty work that have the best stories.
Yeah.
And I bet she makes a mean pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah.
Like none other.
What lunch lady doesn't hear the gossip that goes around school? Like, come on.
Exactly.
Actually, good point.
She's got
you
the
get all
tea.
the good stuff.
This is definitely a guy who's probably a little more worried about outward appearances and what other people think of him and who he's with versus being secure with yourself and being secure with somebody that he's with. He's very concerned with the outside opinions, I think. Which in this job, I get it. With this job, you got to blow all those outside opinions off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You come in here for 4 hours a day and do this, you know. So yeah, that's. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say good point and let you go.
is amazing. So what he's got to do is take away the outside opinions, like you said, and just throw them out the window. You got to be self-secure with yourself first, and then from there you can, deflect all those outside opinions. So
Go, buddy.
That's all I had to say after that.
Robert, we appreciate you, my man. You have a great Tuesday and happy 4th.
Happy 4th to you guys.
Later, dude. I will say that some of these blue-collar jobs, you make bank.
Yeah.
If I had known some of this growing up, I would have got into the porta-potty cleaning business and the outhouse cleaning business.
No. There's no amount of money in the world that
would... Have you seen what some of these folks make who does that very unglamorous job? I would have a rubber suit on.
A lot of money.
People don't want to do that job, and I'm using that as an example.
Okay, I can't see
but
you
they
doing
make
that
bank. I know a
specific.
guy who his job is to go around and clean parking lots at the end of the day, various office complexes, various commercial real estate areas. He goes at night with his pickup truck, has some trash bins in the back, goes around with his little poker stick and a rake and everything, cleans parking lots. He's self-made, makes $300+ a year.
Whoa.
Cleaning parking lots, the end of the day, nobody's around, he's by himself, but he goes to these businesses and says, hey, who's cleaning your parking lots? And then undercuts them. He gets the business, and that's what he does. He picks up trash in the evening.
What's his
making
number?
300?
I know, right?
I know, right?
Does he need an assistant?
Dude.
So, like, to poo-poo these ladies doing the Lord's work with these hard jobs is absolutely insane to me. I mean, I should have went into landscaping and sprinkler install. Not a glamorous job. You can make bank doing that, Katy Cat.
If you own your own company, your own landscaping company, you can rake it in for sure. As the worker, maybe not so much, but definitely if you own it.
Yeah. You got to work your way up.
Yeah.
But so be it. Work your butt off.
Exactly.
Did you have a couple messages?
I did. This one from Sarah in Golden. She says, I'm appalled by the amount of people who judge a book by its cover. You never know what someone brings to the table until you get to know them.
Yeah.
A doctor could be an abusive piece of crap. You never know. So before you swipe left on someone who works as a janitor, remember, they could have a heart of gold and you'll miss out if you don't give them at least a shot. And all because all you cared about was how much debt they went into for school. And that says way more about you than the janitor.
Yeah.
And that's from Sarah and Golden. I agree. 100%.
Some solid points. You never know what you're going to get.
Well, the shallowness is like, especially this day and age, I don't know. I feel like there's such a stigma because everyone posts their lives on social media and everything like that. So they're like, well, I have the best. I want the best of the best of the best. And that's also fake, like the whole social media and the way you portray yourself is the best of the best side of yourself.
Yeah.
And that being said, like, who cares? Like, if you have a job and you work in fast food or whatever you do, like, you have a job, you're taking care of yourself, you're doing things to meet ends. And that's like, there's a lot of lazy people out in this world. And when you are waking up and doing your job every day like that, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't know why Tyler would look at it like this and be like, I can't date someone who has a lower end job or something like that. Like, that blows my mind.
Well, I think also it's the shift in what is impressive to us. Because if you look at the people who grew up in generations that are older now, the impressive thing was to have a family and a picket fence and a house. And these were the things that deemed you successful. And now it's real estate, right? It's like, how many cars can you have? How much, posting things like you said on social media, like the rich aspect of it. Like, how many properties do you own? That is more impressive than having a family and sustainability in that sense. So I think that just the way we look at things has changed so much in the last 20 years.
I'm solid on the side of Tyler. Quit worrying about what everybody thinks.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Just
That's
keep
a big
your
thing
business
too.
to yourself. Keep your career to yourself. Keep your income to yourself. It's nobody's business.
Well, yeah, look at your
Nobody's
paycheck
business.
and see how much their opinion changes your check.
And not to mention, a
Go
lot of
with
these
that.
folks that are doing these blue-collar jobs, I mean, anymore with the side hustle craze right now, they could be raking it in doing who knows what. They could be making thousands a month on Amazon KDP,
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself. Keep your income quiet. My best example that I love about this email is my wife wouldn't be around if her parents hadn't met in a slaughterhouse. They found love in a slaughterhouse, a very unglamorous job, got together, had a baby, and now I have my wife. So that should sum it up right now.
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh.
Did you know that?
I think you told that story before, but every time you tell it, it kind of
Talk about an
drops something different.
unglamorous job.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have a wonderful wife if her, dad hadn't worked in a slaughterhouse, for God's sakes. Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Hey, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate. So I'm not defending this particular guy, and I'm thinking he's being pretty, arrogant. However, I do think that when you're dating, you do want to have some compatibility, and I see this with my youngest daughter who just got accepted into medical school, and the way she thinks is just really different. And she talks to her dad, and we enjoy conversations with her, but we don't know everything she's explaining. CRISPR, this, she goes into these topics, and I know she's going to need somebody that can go there with her. Does that make sense?
Like on the same educational type of level, right?
Just I don't even think she needs the same type of field necessarily, but somebody that can go there, that knows or has it's not even a level of intelligence. It's more like the ability to be interested, wanting to learn.
To comprehend, basically, what she's talking about and what she does. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Like to be on your level.
Right. And without it being pretentious, but more like, hey, when you want to get in the weeds with somebody, they got to be able to go there with you. And it can be about various different topics and interests. I mean, people could be interested in all sorts of things. And it's just, I do see that a little bit.
I see what you're saying. And you're not being rude or anything. But sometimes you just need to have somebody who is essentially on the same level as you to kind of comprehend what you do.
Well, would you say that's a little bit more emotional maturity as well? Like you're at the same
Yeah,
and
It'd be
you're like,
intellectual,
Yeah.
maturity as well.
Yeah.
I would think to
Yeah.
some extent is along with that, Katie.
But you're right. A lot of that
because
comes.
you can have really emotionally mature and intelligent people that aren't necessarily academically accredited, and then you have the opposite where they have a ton of academic accreditation, but their emotional intelligence is not
It's
quite
lacking, yeah.
getting there. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like this, trifecta of trying to match with somebody. So maybe this guy, not that I'm defending him, but maybe the way that he's explaining this is just not what he means.
He could have
I
been a
know
little more gentle, right?
Yes,
It's a good
and
way to
some
put
people that are very like in academia and they might be a little on the spectrum, a little neurodivergent. Sometimes the way that they explain things just is not very kind, but I don't think they mean to be unkind. So,
Right.
anyways,
It's a really good
And he
point.
said
putting
that.
that out there.
Like he even said, I know these are necessary jobs, respectable gigs, and I'm not knocking the hustle. It's just for him,
Right.
it's not compatible. Does not compute
Right.
for him. So I get what you're
Right.
saying. You articulated it much better, I think, than Tyler from Littleton.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Jamie.
I have emotional intelligence.
Yeah, you do, Jamie. It counteracts the three of us, so we appreciate you calling in.
No. Have a good day.
You too, Jamie. Thanks for calling. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Phone lines are wide open if you ever want to sound off to JKJ 303-691 1 mix 303-691-1649. Get your foot in the door here at this here radio station, Denver's Mix 100. Denver's best music, Mix 100, Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. Coming up in a few minutes, we have a little something called Mile High Hype. We'll get you updated on all the big stories floating around, including the big Nuggets news. Metallica be breaking records downtown. Big day for one of my foods. And then Katie's got a story about your doggy's little sensitive paws.
Oh, the puppy nanas.
Little puppy paws. We'll do that and more coming up with your Mile High Hype here at Denver's Mix 100. Right now, traffic. Hey, make sure you're following JKJ on the socials, for goodness sakes. We post a lot of good stuff on there. It's Jeremy, Katy, Josh on Facebook. Jeremy, Katy, Josh on the Instagrams. We'd love you forever if you did it. Oh, I forgot to play my little opening. Here you go. Yeah, now it feels right.
Yeah, it does.
Today's a super, super exciting day for me.
Why?
It's one of my most favorite days ever because it's National Chicken Wing Day.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
Holla at your boy, Chicken Wings.
Yeah.
I love
chicken wings.
smoked chicken wings, a little buffalo sauce on there. Come on now.
You know
So
who
good.
does not like chicken wings or
Tell
didn't
me.
for a long time?
Tell me because
Horrible
I don't
people.
like them.
Little baby Zoe Nana.
I hate
knew
her.
I didn't like her.
And here's the
Hate
thing.
her.
The reason is because one of my very best friends, we went to a Super Bowl party once, and they tried to make hot wings in the crock pot, but they just took a bag of frozen hot wings, put them in there, and then dumped a bottle of hot sauce, and it was like chicken wing soup. I also didn't like chicken wings for a
Well,
minute.
that would
I
taint
know.
anybody. That's a
I
horrible
know.
chicken
Nasty.
wing
She
right
couldn't
there.
eat chicken wings for like 5 years
Oh,
after that.
God.
Poor
Who
little Nana.
tried that?
Oh, baby
Yeah,
Nana.
yeah.
What is
it
that,
was a
like-
fail.
Yeah, except those wings.
Except those
gross.
ones. Ugh.
Hey guys, welcome to July. It's July 1st. Some things popping this month. Amazon Prime Day, which is like 4 days, is happening next week, July 8th through the 11th. So if you want to do a little shopping for Christmas, which is what, like 6 months, less
Yeah.
than 6
Less
months
than
away
200
now?
days away now.
Good God.
What does that mean,
Good
Amazon
God.
Prime Days? What do they do anymore?
They
Like-
just put a bunch of stuff on sale that's not selling well.
Oh, that's
And then
not
you get on
selling
there
well.
and you scoop it up and you save big.
Is it like
Okay.
Black Friday where it looks like they mark the prices down and they actually don't?
I
I've
don't
never
know.
done Amazon Prime Day, so I
I
don't
haven't
know.
either.
Is it
so-
like, I wonder if it's
That's right.
fake. It's 186 days till Christmas, though, Jer.
Look at that.
Hey.
All right. Go shopping this coming week. Lots of big movies coming out this month. Jurassic World Rebirth. Superman reboot lands on the 11th. I'm going to take my dad to that.
Oh.
I Know What You Did Last Summer opens on the 18th with Jennifer Love Hewitt. Meow. And Happy Gilmore, too. A lot of sequels. A
I
lot
was
of
gonna say,
reboots.
I thought you said new movies.
A lot of
What?
reboots.
Not a
lot
one.
of reboots. Anything else? Of course, 4th of July. National Fried Chicken Day is on Sunday.
Yeah, it is.
And National Bikini Day is on Saturday if you want to do that first before you dive into the chicken.
Fried chicken, one of the only meals aside from pizza you can eat cold, right? Like it's actually why you see
It's pretty good.
It's why you see fried
Pretty
chicken
good.
at picnics is because it's one of the only cool foods that can actually stay cool. It's not going to get you sick if you eat
I
it
love cold chicken.
cold. Yeah, your body can digest the chicken meat just fine when it's cold versus red meat, which is a lot harder
Got a chicken expert
to
over here,
digest
guys.
when it's cold. I'm
got a
just saying.
chicken expert
Hey,
right here.
If you're asking anyone about
I didn't
food,
know we hired a
you know
chicken
it's me.
expert. Look at this. Speaking of food, Katy Cat, this dude for CNET thinks that you should skip the grill this holiday and make your hot dogs in an air fryer instead. He claims it's the best way to cook them. I've done a hot dog in the air fryer. It does get them super crispy on the outside
Yeah, I'm not hating
and super
it.
crispy on the inside.
Also, the cheddar wursts, if you put those in the air fryer, they
Ooh.
taste like a Christmas ham.
That
Oh,
sounds,
they
that sounds
do.
good.
Christmas
I like
came
that.
early.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's so good.
Mom, make us some of those hot dog hams that you do. Aw. I got one more for you. This week is peak s'mores season. According to data from the Instacart, the week of the 4th is when they see the biggest spike in orders of graham crackers and marshmallows put together. No chocolate, though? That's weird. Yeah, I guess because people are out camping and doing their thing for the 4th. So s'mores
Yeah,
is something I don't
me-
like. I don't like s'mores.
I
Too
love
sugary for
them.
me.
Too sticky.
I have to
sugary.
get
I like a
the
sticky.
But like a roasted marshmallow is good.
Yeah.
I like that.
yeah. Do you do like black? Like yours is burnt. That's how my marshmallow has to be. Like
Very
used
nice.
to.
on fire.
Golden brown.
I love me some
Golden brown?
carcinogens.
Yeah, golden
I,
brown
I
for
like
me.
mine like
Yeah.
on fire, and I have to blow it out. Then it's
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah. And then you peel off the black, and then
Yummy.
you
Yeah.
can re-toast it because of the marshmallow underneath.
Yes.
That's living. Hey, Trash TV fans, ABC has officially renewed The Bachelor for its 30th season after months of uncertainty within the franchise.
Did we really think it was going to go away, though?
No.
What else does ABC have?
This will be the most intense season ever.
This feels right.
Stupid.
Season 30, though?
I'll get sucked
one.
into it, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Big one.
How about this? A little girl on a Disney cruise ship fell overboard on Sunday. Could have been tragic, but her dad, super dad, jumped in right after her and rescued her. They had to tread water for about 20 minutes, and then the lifeboat showed up. Witnesses say that she fell from the 4th deck,
Oh, my gosh.
and they're both okay. That could have ended way different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But how about that dad?
Oh,
What
my
a
gosh.
dad move.
Yes, and shout out to that dad because he did not hesitate. I mean, that
Didn't
little
even
girl went
hesitate.
in, and then right after he did, and folks who saw it all happen, they're saying that they were, expecting the worst because once they went overboard, you
Yeah.
couldn't see them. It's like they disappeared. I mean, they're in the ocean.
Well, think of those
It's
cruise ships, too.
Exactly.
They're massive.
And
They're
she
so
fell
big.
from what, the 4th story or whatever, the
Yes.
4th floor?
So
He dove in and jumped 4 floors down to get her, too. Like, that is a far fall.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Oh my gosh! Thank goodness
Good on
they're
the
all
dad.
okay.
Seriously.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett just gave away another big chunk of his fortune, this time around $6 billion worth of his Berkshire Hathaway stock,
I didn't get any of
Whoa.
that.
pledging to give away 99% of his money.
Wait, who'd he give it to?
The
Charities and stuff.
Gates Foundation and other charities.
Okay.
He does a big thing where he's just unloading it to all of his
I
charities.
just checked my bank account. It was not me.
Not in there.
Oh, no.
Dang it.
Dude has got some cash, so anything else I want to tell you? Nope. Katie, what's going on locally?
All right, we're going to start it off with that big Nuggets news because come on, let's go Nuggets. I mean, they did have to trade away Michael Porter Jr. along with a future first rounder to the Nets, but they got Cam Johnson. I think the Nuggets won in this deal. I think that,
Yeah.
I think so,
it's
too.
not-
It's a solid trade.
people are saying, obviously, MPJ is a great basketball player, but that
Hasn't been the
shoulder-
same since that shoulder injury, though.
You hit it on the head. Like,
so
he
right,
has
Jared.
not been, his three-pointer
I'm on all the blogs.
accuracy's been off. Like,
Well, what do you think, Jared, what do you think Cam Johnson will bring to the Nuggets right off the bat?
Probably just mostly a lot of energy and enthusiasm,
Yeah.
honestly. I think
You know
he's going to
what?
really rally the team together,
You're not
and this is
wrong.
going to be a
You're-
solid season.
You're not
Immediately,
wrong.
you're going to get better defensively.
And
That's-
honestly,
Sure.
I like him because, you know what, this is a game of inches. In this
it
guy.
is. Where'd he come from?
His mom.
Yeah.
Okay, well-
and also the Nets, but Oh my
Mother.
gosh.
I guess I can't argue that.
But it is exciting because here's the thing: is he's obviously going to be joining the starting lineup, and you're right, Josh. Like the defense that he's going to bring to this
Immediately.
A
team,
lot of hustle.
they need it so badly.
They average about the same amount of points, too. So
I mean,
His shoes don't squeak as much when he's playing either, I've noticed.
if you
Lighter on his
look,
feet.
Less
oh.
squeak.
the squeaking.
What else you
if
got,
you look
Katie?
at but I'm just saying, if you look at that series against OKC in general, if we just had a little bit of defense,
I've watched it probably
in
50
that.
times in
Oh,
slow
so you
motion,
get it.
and I get it.
the
you
fourth quarter,
get
man. The
it.
Nuggets
We were off
up.
our D game for sure.
Nuggets were up.
We
Off
were
our
off
D
the
game.
That makes me
You
laugh.
got to come in strong with the D.
You do have to come in strong with the D.
You
and
want to make
got
an impression, like a first impression, you got to come in strong with the D.
strong with the D and strong with the B.
Good
Jer.
D gets remembered.
Yeah, good.
True.
You guys, okay. Let's also
The
talk
Nuggets
about
have some memorable D.
the team, and they've got now Bruce Brown back on the squad as well. And this is what the fans are super excited about. They signed him to a 1-year deal, and he was part of the championship team that got the Nuggets their ring. So people are very excited about this. Again, now you have Cam Johnson on defense. We've got Bruce Brown back. I'm excited. It's
gonna be a winning season. It's
Brucey
gonna be
B was
an
awesome.
incredible season.
It's kind of
I wish it would start now.
reminiscent of the championship vibes, so it's exciting. I'm very excited.
All right, what else you
Your
got?
face when you said it, though. Go Nuggets!
That's great.
Hey, let's talk about Elitch Gardens for a second, because if you're planning on heading there this summer, season pass just $79, totally worth it. You can ride the Sidewinder again. Yay!
It's got a loop-de-loop.
Yes, it does, and it's reopened after being shut down for 2 years. My gosh, for
Why
2
were they doing
seasons.
A little maintenance. They had to repaint
They
it.
did. Well, the ride
Tighten the
actually,
bolts.
it required a whole replacement drive motor and control system, and that includes hard to find parts from a manufacturer that no longer exists, Josh. So, so it took them a
That sounds
minute
safe.
to be able to fix it, and they wanted to make sure it was safe, which
Yeah.
is why it took 2 whole seasons for them to get it up to speed. But it is one of only 3 roller coasters like it left in the world. It also makes sense why
We
it
have
took
it
a minute.
here?
We have it here.
That's awesome.
So
That's
lucky.
why Elitch's is the best, though.
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's my favorite place to go. I love it. I love Elitch's.
Elitch's is so much
The
fun.
best.
We love it. We could spend all day there. Okay, looks like Metallica did a fabulous job at Empower Field at Mile High.
People seem to enjoy those
Yes,
concerts.
yes.
I heard the second
155,000.
one was way better than the first one. Sunday nights was better than Friday nights.
Why?
Is there a
Did
reason?
They say why?
They just say, I heard that it was just more energy, more special effects, and they played some of their older stuff.
Oh,
That's just what I heard. I didn't go to either one of them.
I thought it was supposed to be the same show both nights.
No, it's two
they
totally
switched things
different
up.
shows.
Yeah, they
Really?
switched- yeah, because people like to go to both shows.
Yeah,
Oh,
dog. Two
I
different
had-
set lists.
I had no idea.
Now you
Okay.
know.
We can ask
So-
Big Rob, right? He went to both, I
He
think.
did go to
Yeah.
both.
His post said it was 1,000 times better than Friday night show.
Okay.
All right.
There you
And that
go.
is his quote.
Well, a lot of people went to both shows, setting records for the two shows set in Denver. It drew over 152,000 fans
How about
across
that?
the two nights. So, and again, I also saw a lot of people go to that show, and it would probably help that tickets were just $60. I mean,
That's cool.
That's a steal.
the
That's
thing is,
cool.
with all of the artists who are, making the news for, charging their fans so much just to see them. And you look at some of the shows. We talk about Taylor Swift, her Eras tour. I mean, that was like some people's mortgage in instances, right? So I think making it $60, that was a big reason their fans were able to come out and show their support. And I love that.
Just have the time of their life.
Absolutely
like,
love
nothing
it.
else matters.
Exactly. Okay.
That was a good one. Great
I
poll.
almost went right past
Great
it,
song.
too. You should get some round
That's
of applause
such a
or
good
something
poll.
for that. Okay, let's move on to some Colorado universities. They're being ranked as the best in the world. We saw 6 schools in the Centennial State make the list for the best universities in the world, and CU Boulder, the highest. You ready for this? We're number 107. Yay!
Sounds like 106 schools
All
are happier
right.
than we are.
All right. That's pretty
Oh my
good.
gosh.
Good
Pretty
for them.
solid.
Number
Top
1
100.
Nothing
on
wrong with
this
that.
list is Harvard. Very, very prestigious. Okay, and then you talked about it earlier, Jer, reminding people that when you're out hiking, your dogs can't get after it like you can. This surprised me too, because I just figured dogs have all the strength and endurance in the world, but not the case. And Colorado search and rescue teams are reminding people of that. So according to the Vail Daily, volunteer rescuers across Colorado responded to at least 4 missions just in June to save dogs. So they remind folks again, the endurance paradox. So your dog may be a sprinter at the park, but human beings, we are built for long distances. So over a full day of hiking, even a moderately fit human will outperform the most athletic dog. So they just make it, they tell you it makes it easy to not realize the strain you're putting your pet under, but there are signs if their back legs look like they're unsteady or they're trying to sit while they're walking, it's a good sign they need to take it easy. Most dogs will just stop. Most dogs will just lay down and be like, I can't move anymore.
Tapping out.
Exactly. I call it quits. Also, if you are out hiking with your dog, those little doggy shoes are great. Because our rocks and everything in the mountains, one, they can get really hot, and so it burns the pads for the dogs. And they're so sensitive.
You see
like
that on
their
their
pads
on the asphalt and stuff.
yeah, it's so sensitive. So the hiking shoes are great for dogs, and also just
And
make
they seem
sure-
to enjoy wearing them.
Oh yeah,
They
right.
walk
No,
funny.
it takes them a minute.
They walk so
Definitely.
funny.
Any dog I've seen in those little booties love it.
I love
They
it.
love them.
Definitely takes them a minute to get used to it. But my dog Nugget, may he rest, he loved hiking so much. I don't think he ever made it known that he didn't like it, right? Like he never was in this instance where he was just exhausted. But our other dog, Mabel, I mean, she could only go for like a mile and then she would literally lay down and rest for
That's
like
so
20
funny.
minutes
Wow.
before she went for another mile. So each dog is
That's what it's like when
different.
my wife drags me into an Ulta.
Is that it? You just lay
Just
down,
lay on the floor. Can't
sit
do it.
start
Not
licking
getting up.
stuff,
I'm done.
start
Just
panting
gonna lay here. I'm not walking
excessively.
around anymore.
That's
Until you hear the
also-
cashier go, thanks for coming.
And then
you're
I
like,
get up and run out.
There we go.
Oh, it's time to go. Time for treats. Yay. But yeah, just your dog could be different than your neighbor's dog. So, just be aware. Be
Yeah.
aware when you're out hiking with your little puppy. No. And then Colorado's best and largest firework display is not Coors Field. No. Do you know where, Jer?
Dick's Sporting Good Park is
You
my
are
guess.
so right. Yes. And
Nailed it.
the Colorado Rapids, in conjunction with the city of Commerce City, they're going to host the 29th annual Fourth Fest. This is a lot of fun. They've got the state's largest public fireworks display, along with all kinds of fun stuff for the kids and the family. And they've got the game, obviously, as well, as the Rapids are matching up against Sporting Kansas City. And that kicks off at 7:30. And then the fireworks show is going to follow the match. So, yeah, get ready. I don't know if you can see the Commerce City fireworks from where I am anymore, but I loved where I used to live in Southeast Aurora. I could go on a hill and I could see Denver, Parker, and Commerce City all at the same time.
It's a good time.
That's cool.
Yeah. So if you can get a height advantage,
Crack open a LaCroix and watch them.
Exactly.
Watch it all go down.
Exactly. So, is that what you do, by the way?
Crack open a LaCroix. Yeah.
You don't drink.
Crack a LaCroix. It's so funny. But out at Dick's Sporting Goods Park, they're going to have a live DJ, a bounce house, soccer darts, climbing wall, all kinds of fun stuff.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then we do have another story about 6th Avenue under construction. Did you see that one?
No, tell me.
No.
So they're actually going to be in the final phase of it. But if you know 6th Avenue and Wadsworth, are you familiar with that
Been
area
there.
at all?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is the craziest little ramp thing. Like
pretty bad.
when you
It's real
get
short.
off onto Wadsworth,
Real short.
if you're not paying attention,
Ooh,
exactly.
boy. Watch out now.
Exactly.
You
So
suck at driving.
Spill your LaCroix.
there is spill your LaCroix right all over the place. But yeah, they're saying that they are going to be doing a revamp of that. Right now, that the diagonal that it comes across, like when you get off on the ramp, it's what they call a clover pattern, right? They're going to make it a diagonal pattern, which they say is a lot
It's a
easier
good move.
for lots of
It's
cars
definitely a
to
good
move
move.
through. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
That's what I would
they're
have recommended. That's
you
the
would have
diagonal
recommended
pattern.
Good call.
the
Good call.
diagonal,
Get
the
that-
diagonal.
Get that
Good
clover
call.
out of there.
They're going to start that final phase at the beginning of next year. So hopefully it'll be all done by later on in 2026. But I, for one, am every time I have to get off on Wadsworth on 6th Avenue, I'm like, wee!
Good luck. Here we go.
How are you?
Exactly. Wee! My hands are up like a roller coaster. Yay!
Probably not a
I'm
good
driving.
idea.
Crap.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, not the best decision there, Katie.
But yeah, that's a good
All
look
right.
for Wadsworth in 6th.
There you go. There's your mile high hype this morning with JKJ. Speaking of all that crazy traffic, here's Aaron. Yeah, Denver's best music, Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. Mix 100 is your home for the all-access summer. We've got the biggest tickets and the hottest events all summer long, including your drive home tonight with Sweet Nina. She's going to be giving away the old Blues Traveler, Gin Blossoms, Spin Doctors concert. They're coming to town Red Rocks this Friday for the 4th of July, and you can win those tonight with Nina on your drive home. All part of Mix 100's all-access summer. Here's a Fat America for you. McDonald's has added a new daily double burger.
No.
It's a double patty burger with cheese, tomatoes, onions, lettuce, and mayo. It seems to be in a response to Wendy's Dave's Double Burger.
Makes me so mad.
Well, who's Dave with Wendy?
Who's Dave?
What are you talking about?
Wendy's did Dave Double Burger?
Dave's Double
Dave
Burger.
Thomas.
Dave Thomas from Wendy's.
The founder of Wendy's.
I didn't know
the
that was
father
Wendy's.
of Wendy.
I didn't know that.
The
I did not know
godfather
that.
of
Stop.
burgers.
I did
Josh.
not know that.
Stop. The
Oh my
old guy
God.
with the
It's
glasses.
called
Listen.
Wendy's.
I
No
know.
one
If
If
calls
it's
it
not
Dave's.
on TikTok, he doesn't know what it
But
is. Just
you
let it.
can't-
Just leave it.
Hold on,
Just leave
though. Dave.
Just I know it's Dave
Okay.
Thomas.
I know the old guy in
It's
glasses.
Dave Thomas.
That's him.
I
That's
didn't know his
Dave.
Dave Thomas. Oh,
Oh,
for God's
Sorry.
sake.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
I thought it was like a meetup with,
Unbelievable.
with
It's a
Dave's Hot
meetup.
Chicken or something. I thought that was what it was.
No, it's Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's.
Bro,
Everybody knows Dave Thomas.
You're going to learn today,
Dave's
Josh.
Double Burger.
I remember the commercial, like, where's the beef and all that stuff. I remember those.
You remember the lady who says, "Where's the beef?"
That was
but you
Burger
don't
King,
remember?
wasn't it?
No.
No,
Or
Dave
was that
Thomas.
Wendy's?
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
That was Wendy's.
Yeah. Where's the beef?
Give me some credit.
But that's a little old lady. That wasn't Dave.
No, but
No.
I remember Dave with the big glasses and the commercials that he
Yeah.
was in. I remember that. I didn't
Yes.
know his name was
And then
Dave.
His daughter's name was Wendy, and that's what he named the restaurant after.
Good
was
for
Wendy's.
them. Wow, I didn't know that would invoke such
Unbelievable.
anger.
If it's not on TikTok,
Way to hear me talk about this McDonald's.
it's not on
burger, though.
Instagram.
Sorry.
Tell you what,
Great.
you seem pretty fired up about the Daily Double Burger, though.
Yeah, well, because it's just a McDouble with lettuce and tomato and mayo. I mean, you just the thought process behind it just upsets me because they were trying to think of a new burger. I'm like, this is like people rebooting movies. You can't just take an old burger, slap lettuce
They
and
did it.
tomato on
They're
it,
McDonald's. They can do anything they
and
want.
call it a new burger. You just put fiber on it. Like it's just vegetation. You put a rabbit salad on top of the McDouble. Congratulations.
I'm all right with it. It's more fun to say.
Okay.
Give me, hey,
I
give me the
I mean,
Daily Double.
If we're gonna come
I
up
like
with
the
a
Daily
new
Double.
burger, like let's think outside
Wonder if they'll
the
get
box
sued.
here. And here's the thing: McDonald's
Jeopardy.
has so many variations of their food in other parts of the world that
Yeah.
are so much better than ours. And that's why I'm like, why can't you just bring that over
Like what?
here? You know, they have a burger that has like a pineapple on it. It's a teriyaki burger version that they have over in like Japan. Like they have a
and-
lot. Like if you Google McDonald's in other parts of the world. Oh, their
I'm
menu
not
is
gonna do
so
that.
different. But I just wish that they'd bring some of that over. Ooh, they have that. Like, I think it's from Switzerland, but it's like caramelized onions and Swiss cheese. They actually had it here for a minute.
I don't want that.
It was so good. Why can't we have that one? Like,
I'm
You
just
can
happy
make
that
your own.
They're bringing back the snack wrap July 10th.
right?
That's
You're
all that
like, that's
matters
all
to
I
me.
care about.
But
That's
you
all I
gotta put
care.
pineapple in the snack.
No.
Just make
No,
it
you don't.
different. Just make it different.
A Starbucks is also introducing a limited time firework frappuccino. Katie, do you have thoughts
Okay,
on
that's
that?
fine. That's fine.
It's a colorful and refreshing berry flavored drink with popping pearls, strawberry puree, and vanilla sweet cream foam.
That's cool. Are the popping pearls just boba?
Probably.
And are they blue? So it's red, white, and blue.
It should be red, white, and brew because it's a coffee house.
That's your
That's
Fat
good,
America.
Josh. That's good.
Let's get out of this. Okay. Denver's best music, Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. We're on our way out of here. Big Rob is coming up next after us. He goes commercial free at 11:30 for about 90 minutes, so stick around for that. And then don't forget Nina on your drive home tonight. Give you another chance to win Blues Traveler, Gin Blossoms, and Spin Doctors tickets. They're coming to Red Rocks this Friday for the 4th of July, all part of Mix 100's All Access Summer. All right, we're going to bounce, but before we do, I have a little goodbye story for y'all. Of course, this is coming right out of Florida, and this is a lesson in removing things from your rectum before you have to go to the hospital, okay? So gather around.
We all need this
Everybody
lesson.
sit crisscross applesauce and listen to this story.
I'm ready.
43-year-old Michael O'Neill showed up at a hospital in St. Petersburg, Florida with a stab wound, needed some surgery. Cops didn't give a lot of details, don't really know why or how or who stabbed him. But anyway, he was in there getting all stitched up, and while he was in surgery, a nurse found his stash hiding in his rectum. It was a ball of tinfoil with a bunch of cocaine in it, along with a crack pipe and a lighter.
Gosh, it's not a pocket. What the heck?
They took him to jail once he recovered, facing charges of drug possession and blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
You know how pokey tinfoil is?
I know, like the fact that you could fit all that up there, like
The weird thing is he was stabbed in his arm, so I'm not sure what the nurse was doing in his
Why
rectum.
was she doing that?
I'm not sure what she was doing in the rectum, but
While
maybe
we're
she's
here.
into it.
Got
Maybe
some
she's into
explaining
it.
to do.
Anyway, get yourself a man bag or something, sir, a satchel. That's it, guys. We're out of here. We're Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Denver's Mix 100. See you tomorrow morning. Bye.
Bye.